Good evening, you are watching News Mongolia on MNB World. I am your host, Yeol. And for our top stories. Prime Minister of Mongolia Oyun-Erdene paid courtesy call to the President of the Republic of Korea, Yeol. Donated Mongolian gears have been put to good use in Turkey. 91% of children's benefits have been given. For the news, stay tuned. The Prime Minister of Mongolia, Oyun-Erdene, paid a courtesy call on the President of the Republic of Korea, Yeol. At the beginning of the meeting, the Prime Minister conveyed the warm greetings of the President of Mongolia, Oyun-Erdene, and handed the President's invitation to President Yeol to visit Mongolia at his convenience.
Prime Minister of Mongolia Oyun-Erdene highlighted that the visit reinforced the strategic partnership relations in multilateral cooperation, strengthened political ties, and supported people-to-people exchanges. For his side, the President of the Republic of Korea, Yoon favorably accepted President Oyun's invitation and asked to convey his greetings to him. Then he emphasized that the government of the Republic of Korea is attaching great importance to its relations and cooperation based on the shared values of democracy, human rights, and freedom with Mongolia. Both sides reaffirmed their commitments to develop and deepen the cooperation within the framework of the United Nations and other international organizations. President Yoon expressed his gratitude to Mongolia for expressing its support for Korea's candidature to host the World Expo 2030. He noted that the two countries contribute greatly to the security and stability on the Korean peninsula and maintaining peace in Northeast Asia. Then the Korean side reaffirmed its consistent support for the Ulaanbaatar dialogue on Northeast Asian security, agreeing on the fact that the free movement of citizens is one of the main leverages to expand the cooperation between our two countries and strengthen the friendship of the people. The two sides emphasized the importance of the cooperation between relevant organizations of the two sides in easing visa requirements and reaching an agreement on mutual visa exemption.
We're continuing our coverage made from Turkey. The team of Mongolian rescuers and paramedics are still working in Turkey. According to the latest reports, donated Mongolian gears have been put to good use in Turkey.
After the 7.8 magnitude earthquake that shook Turkey and Syria, Mongolians launched a humanitarian campaign to help people affected by this natural disaster. As a result of the campaign, Mongolian units called gears were sent to Turkey along with humanitarian aid.
Mongolian rescue team taught local rescuers and soldiers how to assemble a Mongolian gear and, in the future, how to take care of it and maintain it. Some rescued people say that it's much more comfortable than staying in a tent. As we went around, we saw that many gears delivered from Mongolia have already found its tents and are put to good use.
The death toll from the Turkey-Syria earthquakes is nearing 42,000. Turkish authorities say 36,187 people have been killed in the country. The Syrian government and the United Nations say more than 5,800 people have died in Syria. Yet rescuers are also continuing to find survivors. For example, a teenager was rescued in the Turkey's Kahramanmaraş after 248 hours, which is more than 10 days under the rubble. The World Health Organization says the zone of the greatest concern is northwestern Syria, where anger is growing over the slow delivery of humanitarian assistance. The United Nations is appealing for $397 million in aid to help 5 million Syrian survivors with shelter, healthcare, and food.
Please take a look at the current affairs of Mongolia.
In accordance with the 2023 Parliament Resolution number 71 of 2022, on amendments to law on social welfare, the 2023 budget law of Mongolia, and the child benefit provision procedure approved by the government since 2010. 91% of all children have received child support. In February, money will be given to 115,000 children, which is 91% of all children, and on February 16th, the money of 112,000 on February 20th. Citizens can check whether they are eligible for child benefit through e-Mongolia and e-Hatlamj electronic systems. To warn these citizens, there are still cases where it is impossible to assess the household's livelihood due to errors in the household registration in the population and household database. Therefore, citizens need to correct or check their family information as a priority. In accordance with the Article 40.5 of the Law on the Protection of the Cultural Heritage, the Ministry of Culture annually selects and awards an heir who has made a special contribution towards promoting and disseminating intangible cultural heritage at both the national and global level. Dashtorch Tirndawa, the inheritor of the traditional art of the Mongolian throat singing, has been selected as the best inheritor of 2022. Tirndawa was born in 1954 in Chadmansum, Hoft province, and from his childhood he learned the skills of throat singing from his father. He learned the skills of the throat singing from his father, Dashtorch, and local throat singers Urnipat, Margat, Sunde, and Cholon. He has worked productively for many years in the development of Mongolian Humi, passing it on to a younger generation and promoting it to the world, and he is the inheritor of this character.
Please take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by the Central Bank of Mongolia. Please take a look at the weather forecast for the world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying tuned. We'll see you next time with more news and updates. Have a good day.